all time?
Your personal favorite of all time.
My personal favorite would be
Mine's the N64.
Super
You can't copy my
Nintendo.
answer.
It's Super Nintendo because during that time, the graphic, like the detail in the graphic is starting to form. And there's like a bunch of good stuff for it too. So the Super Nintendo would be my choice.
Okay. Okay.
All the pixels.
Grim, what about you?
But yeah, it was awesome.
Grim.
My personal was the N64.
Why?
Fair choice.
Yeah.
I had Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask.
Yeah.
I had Super Mario 64 and quite a few other games I loved.
Army Man.
Doctor.
That was good.
Resident Dr. Holiday. What is your favorite game console?
Depends on my mood.
So you're a moody gamer. Okay.
So what's the
like right now I'm doing more Super Nintendo games, but I'll usually swap over to doing N64. Then I'll go back to PlayStation 2 for a while, but
yeah. Well, okay. What about you, Sid?
Well, my first console was the PS2, the PlayStation 2, but I have to say since I played Super Mario 64 and Ocarina of Time, Nintendo 64 is probably the best of the consoles.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Ozzy?
PS2.
Why is that?
Because it was the only console to ever actually have a good library and also have legitimate what's it called? Like,
backwards compatibility?
Yeah, backwards compatibility is like the only one to actually have like that supported fully.
Yeah, that was one of the best things about the PS2.
Because I don't know if you guys noticed this, but some of the games that you want to play on your Xbox 360 and PS3, they just straight up don't let you.
Yep. I've tried that with fucking Halo Combat Evolved. You couldn't play that for a while because it wasn't pulling up part of the library or fucking something. I can't remember.
Yeah, and like,
and even if they,
like that.
Even though they changed it like a couple times, it was kind of stupid anyway. I was like, why can't you just let us play our goddamn games? The Nintendos, it kind of makes sense because they're each different cartridges.
Well, that's its own stupid fucking thing that they do.
Well, that's because Nintendo is Nintendo. If the Wii U doesn't have fucking backwards compatibility, it's going to shoot itself in the foot.
Well, Nintendo, was it for Final Fantasy? I think they lost the contract for Final Fantasy because they had cartridges instead of CDs.
Yeah, that's why Square left. Or was
you know that the N64 originally was supposed to have
a CD add-on,
Yeah.
Ocarina of Time had like 2/3 of the game actually cut from it because it was one of the games that was right there at the cusp of being finished when they decided, no, we're not going to do that.
Really?
Yeah, it had
white tunic,
it had like fucking yellow tunic, it had all this different like 8 or something different dungeons that they also had.
And is there a place to play that game?
No, it never went out.
There's a couple of
because they never released it. I mean, they had voice acting in it originally.
Yep. It would have been the
Link talked?
Yeah, Link talked. It was hilarious.
Oh my god.
So they thought that cutting his voice was the best choice to make.
No, it had to fit on a cartridge.
Here's the thing. Original game size of it was purported to be about 475 megabytes. Cartridges at max don't support anywhere near that amount.
Yep.
They were originally going to do a disc system with the N64. It was basically an add-on that you bought. And then they ended up, because it tanked in Japan, like no one bought the disc system, they decided, you know what, we're not going to do it, so you have to trim down Ocarina of Time. So they cut out voice acting, extra dungeons, extra mobs. I mean, you name a cool feature, it was probably in Ocarina of Time, but they ended up cutting it.
They had to because of how little console cartridge space they had. And that's
you know
why
who was making that add-on?
Sony.
Yeah.
Sony for a while.
That's why we have the PS1.
Yep. And then it went to Philips, and then they made the CDI, which sucked such hard black cock that they couldn't even make a goddamn market for it. But they still have 3 Zelda games on there that are legit Zelda games. I'm not even kidding. And Mario games. And they are fucking horrible. Anybody who has ever played them will attest to this.
Do you guys remember the Dreamcast?
Yeah.
Oh, I love the Dreamcast.
Yeah, it was fucking awesome.
The Dreamcast.
Do you guys remember the N-Gage?
No.
Nope.
Oh,
no.
God.
Exactly.
I remember, but I don't like it enough to even bother remembering it.
I don't know why everyone hates on the N-Gage. The N-Gage was a pretty good little phone.
Alright, it was a good phone. Yes,
It was
but
cute.
good
It was
game. The handheld game.
I remember that phone. Oh my god, that was a brick. You could bludgeon pigeons to death with that fucker.
I just wish you guys could have seen my face when I said that, because just troll facing so hard.
Phone call.
I'd just rather use it just for the phone instead of the games.
That's why I said it was a nice little phone.
An Apple game. And then
That was a joke.
The buttons were horrible. There was so much lag in it too.
I never
There's
played
a lot
on
of
it.
Canada hate on the internet tonight.
A lot of what? Canada hate?
Canada hate. Yeah, it's weird.
That's because Canada abides the French.
Hey, respect the French. We're awesome. Without the French Canadians, they would not have any maple syrup.
There's no way to find the original Ocarina of Time.
No.
Well, if you have contact.
They quite literally destroyed it.
They won't release it as a collector edition or something.
It's like
it wouldn't
StarCraft
make a lot of money.
Yeah, but it's like StarCraft Ghost.
Yeah. Basically, Nintendo is sitting on it.
I'm sure they still have it somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there might be some people that has it, like testers or developers that just kept it, but you won't be able to play it.
I have to back up for a few seconds right here. I just want to make sure that Serder claims that without the French, no one would figure out how to stab a tree.
I thought you Australians figured out how to do that years ago, Oz.
We stabbed cacti.
Same thing.
Well, you have to stab it at the right time of the year, though.
Oh.
Takes a lot of science.
I'm sorry. I had to back that conversation up. I had to cover that. I'm sorry.
So stabbing a maple tree at the right time is rocket science.
Yep. It took a lot of people that didn't have any kind of degree to do that.
Rocket surgery.
I wonder the first guy that found out about maple syrup, did he just I'm gonna stab a tree? Oh my god!
Some asshole was licking a tree. Are you kidding me? Some guy who was stuck out in the middle of the freaking frozen white north. He's like, this tree looks pretty fucking good. I better take off some bark and chew on it.
Okay.
It tastes pretty fucking good.
Okay, now it's evolved into a clusterfuck.
You're describing Canada for us.
Okay, guys, we've been talking for over an hour now, so I think it's time we can end this. We can keep the call going, but I'm going to stop the recording, alright?
Come on, the game goes at least 3 hours. So what's that now?
Canada is Mordor.
Alright, I'm stopping the recording. We'll keep the call going. Alright, see you everybody.